learned about? Have you read books about sociopaths before? Have you read much about them?
Not much, no.
So it's 1 out of 20 people. They comprise a very large percentage of CEOs for major corporations. They're heavy in politics as well. They're very influential. They have a ton of charisma. It's all because of what they lack that allows them to have strengths that put them outside the scope of normal human beings. The things that hold normal human beings back from making decisions that are arguably bad for humanity and other people around them, they don't apply to them. So they can channel and appear to be more attractive than people who aren't sociopaths. They can get away with a lot more. There's no question that Trump is a sociopath, but he's not the only one in politics. But I'm just saying that it's interesting to read about them. I mean, they're known for being highly charismatic, and they're all over in politics. So I don't know. You can't really separate them from the reality, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but you can be more or less charismatic too, right? So, like, I think J.D. Vance on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most charismatic possible and 1 being the least, is probably like at a 7.5 to 8. There's still room for people to be more charismatic. I actually think Trump is an example of somebody more charismatic than him. I actually think Gavin Newsom is more charismatic than him.
Yeah.
But to say he has no charisma is ridiculous. Dude clearly has charisma.
I don't think he's a 7 or 8. I'd give him a 6 on the high scale.
All right, fair enough. That's at least acknowledgement that he has some charisma. Like, I'll take it.
Well, if he had none, he wouldn't even have made it to where he made it. Like, it's...
Yeah. But I think Kamala's like at a 3.
I actually agree with you. I think she's pretty low. I think it's one of the reasons that she's... Yeah, and Hillary Clinton's really low as well. Really low. I mean, I think it comes down to, would you want to sit down and have a beer with the guy? Not, like on a friendly level. Like, is it somebody that you would like to be around? Something you'd like to be friends with if they weren't famous? Like, I can't say that about him. Can't say that about J.D.
Can't be in a vacuum. I mean, you have to, like, if the reason why is because you disagree with them politically, that's different from their charisma.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to, yeah. For sure. Yeah, I disagree with Clinton politically, big time. But, I mean, what I remember about Bill Clinton, because I think I'm older than you, is he opened up the conversation that allowed teenagers to talk about blowjobs and to ask questions about blowjobs in a way that Americans never had before. So he opened up a sexual dialogue in the country that was kind of the beginning of the, like, losing respect for the role of the president, even though, you know, shit goes on anyway. Like, Kennedy had his shit going on too, but the country respected him in a way that they don't respect presidents anymore. Clinton was the beginning of that. And then from then on, you know, the first time I ever saw, like, blatant disrespect for a president was right after that, like, the F the president stickers. It was shocking to me to see somebody taking W the president and saying fuck the president. Like, I'd never heard anybody say that about a president before. Like, we take it as common knowledge now that we hate both sides so much, but it was as recent as Bill Clinton that didn't really exist. When the guy that you didn't vote for won, you didn't hate him. You still wanted him to be successful for the benefit of the country. Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky and the way the Republicans attacked him over all that, and the way that he lied under oath and was charged for something that was questionable in nature anyway, but he did lie, so he still broke the law in a way that was prosecutable, even though the questions arise because of something that you could argue whether or not he should have been even asked about. Like, that dilemma is what caused a fracture in America. And then the sexualized nature of it, that's when there started being open conversations about what blowjobs were with teenagers. Like, Americans weren't like that before. That's really when it all started. Yeah, and then it got worse. Then Obama came in and he had the black thing too, so he fired up the racists on the other side anyway, like, no matter what he did. And the first thing he did was the beer thing. There was a black professor that was arrested for trying to break into his own house, and then it was, he accused the police of racism, and so Obama had a beer with him and the cop at the same time to try to like mull things over, even though the cop probably wasn't out of line for challenging the guy on his ID when he was breaking into a house. So, you know, that whole thing, I mean, it just seemed by then we were already too far down the track. We either hated the guy that won because we didn't vote for him, or we hated him because we were already racist in the first place, or I don't know, you had like, I'm in Georgia, you had people hanging their American flags upside down for Obama. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you think it's the end of the country because of Obama? Like, what has he done to represent the fact that he's going to take America down with him? Like, it's not that extreme, you know? Anyway,
no, you're good. I'm quiet because I'm shopping for groceries on my.
Have you seen the footage of Bill? If you want to see Bill Clinton's like evil nature, have you seen the footage of him when they asked him the question about what's up with Epstein, or what were you doing with Epstein? And he just kind of goes, and he goes, I think you know. Have you seen that footage? I'll go find it if I have to find it. It's creepy as fuck, dude. It's creepy as fuck. Like, you tell me that you can. I'm gonna go find it for you. You tell me that you can watch that and not see into the psyche of the guy that was in Jeffrey Epstein's black book with 23 phone numbers. Like, he's a dirty motherfucker.
The FBI just came out and said there is no Epstein list, which seems like bullshit.
No, the black book is real. They released it. There was no list outside of the black book. The black book is real.
There's no Epstein clients.
No, I know, but the client list they're talking about is not the black book. The black book is different. The black book is real. You can see pictures of it online. Like, that's how we know the names of the real people who were there. The list you're talking about is something else. That's something that Trump sort of teased that there might exist, something to be released, and that's something that Elon Musk kind of appointed as the list or whatever. But the black book is a list of sorts with actual names and phone numbers that's completely legitimate. We also have the flight manifests. And those are all real too. So there's all kinds of lists that detail. I mean, God forbid, don't start. I hope Americans are starting to thinking we can't quantify who was part of this in some capacity, because this list doesn't exist. The lists that have already been released of sorts, quote unquote lists, are real. We can't forget about those because we have names that are real on those, and Trump's on them too. It doesn't mean that they were fucking young girls, but it means they were flying on his airplane to his island where he fucked young girls. So, yeah, I'll find the clip for Bill Clinton. You just watch it and you tell me if it's not the creepiest fucking thing you've ever seen. He actually laughs while he says, I think you know the answer to that. Yeah. I mean, bear in mind, this is a guy that was getting head in the Oval Office and then sticking cigars up her vagina and then sniffing them and going, tastes good, or whatever the hell he said. Like, dude, he is fucking creep. Okay, go look at the link that I put in there. That's the, and then it's hard to hear what he says, but they have words at the bottom that show you what he's saying. And look at the look on his face, and look at what how he answers it.
You just heard Kevin Love is agreeing to a buyout.
Kevin Love?
Kevin Love.
He just got traded.
Really?
And he got bought out?
I think the evidence is clear.
Yep. I'm gonna send you your digs.
The Jazz? He got bought out of the Jazz?
Yep.
He might be a Laker.
That'd be pretty good.